Hi guys, I'm Taylor of Taylor Lynn Crochet, and today I am doing a review on a laser. So a lot of you guys know that I bought a Glowforge. I love it. It's been great, but there's one thing that my Glowforge cannot do that I really wish it could do, and that thing is engrave on cups and tumblers and things that are round. It does not have a rotary attachment, which makes it limited. So I reached out to a company that I seen had these, that is Xtool, and they actually sent me their D1 laser. So I'm really excited to share about this, to test it out, and kind of give you guys a review of this machine. It is much more affordable than my other laser cutter that I own, which is a huge perk, which means it has a lower cost. If you want to get into laser engraving and you're not quite ready to commit to a really expensive machine, this will be perfect for you. They sent me the original rotary attachment that they have, as well as a second one. The second one is their newer rotary attachment, and it has a lot more that it can do. Instead of it just laying on the bed, it actually has a chuck that you can put on the inside. It allows you to do spheres. You can also engrave on rings. So there's a lot of different things you can do on a lot of different sizes. So today I'm gonna try out and do some cups and stuff like that, because that's mainly what I wanted it for. I know that a lot of you reached out to me when I shared that I got a laser cutter, my Glowforge. You guys reached out, and a lot of you wanted to know, can it engrave cups? And I had to say no. So I'm hoping that this one really works out and I can show you guys, and I will share my affiliate link below so you guys can go ahead and check out the lasers that they have. They have more than just the one that I'm going to show you, but I think this one's one of their more affordable options, and honestly, you can do almost everything you're gonna need. Another thing that I think would be great for our niche for this laser is that it can engrave and cut leather. So all of you guys who are like, how do I make my own tags? How do I make my own tags? How can I make tags for other people? All of those things, which Cricut, the only way I know you can do it on Cricut is you can cut out the tag on Cricut, and then you can heat transfer vinyl on there, which takes forever because you have to weed the vinyl, cut the vinyl, all of that stuff. With this laser cutter, you literally just set it up, import your logo, line up all your stuff, and you could use one sheet of leather and cut a ton of tags on it. So if you wanted to sell tags, this would be a great laser for that. And then also if you just want to make your own tags, that would definitely be worth it. If you buy a lot of tags, this laser could honestly pay for itself in you being able to cut your own tags. So I'm going to take you guys out to my pole barn where the laser is set up, and I'll kind of talk about the setup a little bit, and then we'll get into it cutting. So before we got in the barn, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how these things come packaged. This is the second rotary attachment tool that they sent me. As you can see, their instruction manuals include a ton of pictures and graphics. I will also post a video link of the video I watched to put mine together. Xtool has great tutorials. They're quick. I'm not someone who likes to watch a 30-minute long video on how to construct something. Their videos are quick and to the point and give you all the information you need, because this is a laser you are going to have to put together. I honestly didn't even really look at the instruction books because I went right to the video. They also gave me this cute sticker sheet. How cute is that? But I was a little bit worried as I was unboxing this. I was like, oh no, this is like way above my head. This is way too many parts. In all honesty, I put it together completely by myself pretty much and just followed the video. I didn't have any questions. I didn't have to do any like calibrations. They make it pretty simple for you to put it together. So if that's something you're worried about, I don't think you need to be. This right here are the risers. This is what allows you to add height to your laser. They just screw together. Comes with 8 if you order the riser pack. I've also seen people have 3D printed versions that they sell. They also sell like a wooden version, and some people honestly just use 2x4s to prop up their laser to give it any additional height that they need. But I'm going to cut forward here so that you guys can just see what everything looks like out of the box. What I actually have in my hands right there is the original rotary that they give you. So I think both will work depending on what your needs are. If you just want to do cups, I don't think you need to upgrade to the other rotary, but if you want to do coffee cups or larger, like big 30-ounce tumblers, it might be better if you get the newer and improved rotary as well. As you can see right here, I'm just kind of cleaning some stuff off my table so I can lay everything out for you guys. But again, I'll share that link below so you can see how it's put together, but it was super simple. But let's head out to the pole barn now and let you guys see this machine in action. Okay guys, so I have this laser set up in my pole barn, and I have the garage door open, and if you're wondering why I'm not doing this in my house, and the reason is that you need ventilation. Ventilation for these lasers when you're cutting stuff is really important. Just like you'd imagine if you engraved on something, there's going to be some smoke, there's going to be fumes from whatever materials you're cutting. Like if you are cutting into acrylic, some of those fumes can be, depending on the type of acrylic, they can be toxic. But I think most laser safe acrylics are not toxic, but it's still not something you want to be breathing in. I seen Xtool comment on someone's Instagram comment on one of their posts that they are coming out with an enclosure for this machine. But until then, I actually found a pretty affordable soft top laser enclosure that is fire retardant and would allow you to hook an exhaust fan to it to vent it out. So you could use this in, let's say, your home office, as long as you could vent it out a window. That's what I do with my Glowforge. That's why I'm able to use that indoors. So for right now, because I don't have an enclosure, I'm just doing it in my barn. And then I also have a scrap piece of wood that I put underneath. And that is honestly a pegboard stand from one of my craft shows. But that's just so that if maybe I didn't line up my materials properly, or even if my engraver kind of has some overcast, or if I'm trying to cut something, that the flashback will not hit my table, it'll just hit the back of this board, which is fine. It's not going to do any damage. So that's just a little protective thing. I'm probably going to get like a piece of sheet metal to just put down, or stainless steel to put underneath to do that permanently, but for now, you know, I'm using what I got. Okay, so Xtool has this materials box that you can get. They sent me one. One thing I love about this is this shows you the cut settings for all of these different materials, which is really, really important because you need to determine how fast your laser is going to go and how powerful you want your laser to cut through. If you do it too powerful, it can cause burning and flashback. And even melt certain materials. If it's not powerful enough, then it won't cut through all the way, or the engraving won't be very clear. And then same if it goes too fast, you can have the same problems of it burning through or not being clear. So this is really handy. Just want to show you guys. So they give you these goggles. These are for eye protection. Anytime your laser is running and you're in the same room, you should be wearing these. You can get a laser enclosure, like I said, that has laser glass acrylic that will help protect your eyes, so you won't have to wear those. But some of the things they have in here are these little wooden slabs. I think these would be cute with like your Instagram handle or like a little crafty saying on them. This is a necklace that you can engrave on either of those pendants. A bunch of different silicone rings, which I think is awesome. A lot of people wear these when they cannot wear their wedding rings, like electricians or anyone who works with their hands a lot that is near electrical. Cannot wear metal rings because it's not safe. Also great for when you want to go work out and you want to keep your ring nice and pretty. Those are really cool. You can engrave your name on them. These are just some, it looks like stainless steel cards, which is pretty cool. You could literally engrave business cards on these. Here are some other different dog tags. I'll have to make something for Tatum and Ollie with these. Oh, that one's cute for a cat. These will be really, really cute. Little blocks of wood. I honestly don't know what I would engrave on these. Maybe little letters. You could make little stamps, like alphabet stamps out of these. And then they also gave me 2 of these. Again, don't really know what I'd do with them, but when I think of something, I will let you guys know. And then lastly, they give you a whole package of a few different sample woods, which we're gonna use one of these first to run our test on and kind of see how it goes. And then we are gonna get to doing a rotary test because that's what I'm most excited for. Ooh, this is stamp material, guys. So those little blocks, I could cut little stamps of little letters or stars, symbols, whatever, glue them onto the little wood blocks that I had, and make a bunch of little mini stamps. I think that would be really cool. I'm really excited about the stamp material because that is one thing that I have not tried on any of my laser cutters so far. So I decided to try and do a QR code image, and this is going to be a QR code for my Instagram. So I'm really excited to see how this works and how it turns out, and if we can scan the QR code when this is all done. This is about 8 minutes it said it was going to take to print, so when it is done, I will show you guys the results, and I'll do a quick time lapse here so you guys don't have to wait the full 8 minutes. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. As you can see, the little Instagram logo in the middle did not kind of show up, but I realized that I accidentally had it on the coated stainless steel because I was thinking tumblers when I did this because I'm so excited to do those next. But the QR code itself turned out really, really good. So I'm just going to scan it with my phone. Oh, let's see here. Oh, it keeps popping up. There we go. And it brought me right to my Instagram profile. So the cut is super clear. That's really good. Can you guys imagine this? Picture this, guys. That QR code on one of these slices of woods with a follow me on Instagram or scan here to pay if you do craft shows in Venmo or PayPal or anything like that. I think that would be so cute on one of these little wood slices. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. And honestly, I'm so excited to get to these tumblers. I think that I am ready to try one. I just have to set up the rotary tool. So bear with me and yeah, stick around and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, you guys, I think I have it all set up. It's been maybe 10 minutes and I unboxed the rotary, plugged it all in. I honestly didn't even look at the instructions, and it seems to be working. So if you're wondering how you line it up, there's a thing you can click where you frame it and the laser will show you the exact cut area of what you're going to be working on, which is really nice. So you can kind of see where it's going to engrave. I hope that I did not do this upside down. It's probably one of my biggest fears, but honestly, this is just my tester tumbler. I got this tumbler for, I don't know, $6 at Walmart a year ago. I was gonna put vinyl on it, but I'm very, very happy I did not put vinyl on it because engraving is permanent and this was perfect for that. So I have a few of them I might test out, but we'll see how this one goes and if it's all lined up right and how crisp the engrave is. So hang tight and we'll start this. Okay, I wanted to show you guys how this tumbler turned out. When I first started this tumbler, I accidentally had a second file on there. and I didn't even realize that I had it. So it started to engrave that and then started to engrave the letters. So I stopped it. I meant to turn it around more fully and get the logo on the back, but I didn't turn it enough. So when I reprint my logo correctly, unfortunately it's right by there, which is no big deal. I'll probably use this one for test cuts in the future again. But as you can see, it is super crisp. I increased the lines per inch to, I think, 160, whereas it defaulted at 100. So you can kind of see a little bit the lines on right here where they started to go, where it's a little bit liney. I don't love the way that looks, so adding more lines per inch, sorry, it's not focusing, you guys, makes it a little bit more crisp and clear, and really, really smooth. And then I actually made this for my boyfriend right after, and he liked it. It turned out really good. It was super straight, it was even. I think this took about 17 minutes, I think is what it was. But I'll show you guys a little clip of this being engraved as well. I want to do little can koozies or tumblers for all of my bridal party. So I'm really, really excited. I can also do this for my boyfriend's groomsmen and all that stuff. So they can all get their name on a tumbler, and it doesn't cost me anything but time at this point, and the cost of the tumblers, which is really, really nice. But you can see how clear this is. You can do logos. You don't need to do just text. Like, again, like this is my logo. Just PNGs imported in. You can do text on the software itself. They turned out really, really good. I cannot wait to engrave more tumblers. Okay, so overall, I'm very happy with this laser. This cup took about 19 minutes to do, which is actually pretty fast. I kind of expected this to be a lot slower than my Glowforge, you know, since the Glowforge is such an expensive machine and it really can do a lot, but this exceeded my expectations. The rotary tool worked great. I will have to try out the different attachments. Like I said, the one for the ring, they have one that makes it easy for coffee mugs. If you have a handle on one and you want to be able to engrave around the whole coffee mug, there's an attachment for that. I'll have to do some more tests on this and let you guys know, but right now I am very, very happy with it. I mean, for my second attempt to get a perfect engrave, I think is really good. It definitely took me a lot more attempts on my other laser, but I'm really excited to use tools like these. The feature that this has to show you to go around the frame of where your design is going to cut is really, really handy for making sure that you engrave in the correct spot. Okay, so this company started making these lasers in 2018. They released their first one in 2019. You guys can engrave on so many things. I will pop up some photos of things that I have engraved and things that you can do cutting boards, like the charcuterie boards. This has like around a 17 by 17 inch engrave area, which is actually bigger than my other laser, and that's really, really nice because what that allows me to do is work on much larger projects. And then also, because of the way that this laser is kind of elevated, and you can actually put the legs on 2x4s and make it even higher if you needed to. You can slide things like skateboards under there. I could do a really long sign and slide it under there if my item I'm engraving on is bigger than that 17 by 17 area, which you can't do if you had a fully enclosed laser. This is their 10-watt laser. They do sell a 5-watt laser. Personally, I would always go with the bigger wattage because that means that you will be able to cut through things, while on the other one you might only be able to engrave. This can't cut through anything that's bigger than like a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch. But honestly, all of the materials I've used so far for all of my laser cutting items has been only an 1/8 inch thick. Anything I needed to cut, I only did an 1/8 inch. And that is perfect. That works perfect for my acrylic, my signs. You can do acrylic on here. You can engrave photos. So you import them, it grayscales it. It allows you to adjust the image in different ways to get a sharper contrast. I think that that specifically would work really, really well on wood. But again, the thing that I think is the best part of this machine, that's the most, that makes this one kind of stand apart from my other machine, is the fact that it can do things in the round and it can do rotaries. I am actually recently engaged, so I am so excited to have this tool because you can bet all my girlfriends are going to be getting custom koozies or tumblers with their names on them, with, you know, bridesmaid, maid of honor, whatever. If you do a wedding Etsy shop, this would be a great thing for you. Like I said, I'll have to do another video on leather tags specifically for this machine, but I know it can do it. If it can engrave on stainless steel, it can for sure handle leather. So that'll be another test that I'll have to run for you guys, but I'm really, really excited. I think this is a great machine for anyone who maybe wants to dip their toes into lasers, but doesn't want to break the bank by doing it. Honestly, I kind of wish I would have bought this one first because I would have more money in my bank account. It can do all of the things, but it's a really, really great machine. Another great thing is you don't have to have internet to run this, where my other laser, you do have to have internet to run it through the software. This one you can do completely offline, so if your internet went down, you could still be working on your business and working on your laser and stuff like that. All of my designs I did on Canva and imported them into their laser software, which is a very, very basic program. It's free on their site. You just download it on. They have it for Mac or for Windows. I'm currently using my Mac laptop. Normally I have a Dell PC, but I didn't want to bring my PC out in the barn. And it worked fine. There were no glitches. It has some basic shapes and text and stuff that you can add in there, or you can literally just import an image. So if you have a design software that you're more comfortable on, like Adobe Illustrator, Canva, PicMonkey, maybe you just have a graphic or something that you bought off of Etsy that you want to put on a tumbler or a piece of wood or cut out in acrylic or anything like that. It's super simple. You can just literally go to File, Import, pull it in. That's it. That's all you have to do. Then you can measure it down to the correct size, line up your laser, and cut. This is by far the simplest software I've used. I was kind of nervous because Glowforge is very plug and play. Like, you literally get it, unwrap it, plug it in, and go. But the software itself is a lot more finicky. This one was not finicky at all. I had zero issues. It was so nice. So yeah, I think all in all, this gets a 5-star review from me. And I'm really excited to kind of share more about my laser journey with you guys, and how we can even use it in the crochet yarn niche if you kind of want to dip your toes into other areas of business. But if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more crochet tutorials, craft show setups, laser stuff, business tips, any of those things. My next video is actually going to be a craft room tour. Like I said at one point here, I think we are moving as well. So my craft room is currently dismantled and being reset up in its new location. So I did a tour before I took it all apart, and I'll have to do another tour when I get it set up at my new location. But it was pretty nice here, you guys. So I think you're gonna like that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.